Today we're going to have a quick look at the space pantomime techniques used to fool the naive. Bear with me. First up, we've got rare space shuttle footage showing a satellite release. Problem is, when we look at this rare footage, we can see the satellite is nothing more than a model being lifted up by a cable, which is glistening here, which is of course what gives it away. A model lifted by a cable from the back of a space shuttle prop, as we're about to see.
Deployed out of the payload bay. With all its shimmering surfaces, Jim Weatherby commented it looked like R2-D2 coming out of the payload bay. You can see...
You see how bad that was? I'll bring it back just along the toolbar. Look at the top of the satellite in this rare space shuttle footage, glistening there, the cable that's lifting this toy model, this model satellite at the back of NASA's space shuttle, which of course is nothing more than a prop. See it glistening away, cable lifting a satellite. Once more.
Deployed out of the payload bay. With all its shimmering surfaces, Jim Weatherby commented it looked like R2-D2 coming out of the payload bay. You can see...
No, it didn't. Just looked like a model being lifted up by a cable at the back of a space shuttle prop, my dear. And that's exactly what it was. And of course, the space shuttle supposedly built the International Space Station. So already, without even looking at the International Space Station, we've just debunked it using this rare space shuttle footage, where they're obviously faking satellite releases by lifting models up on cables at the back of props. So the space station's already been exposed by another technique which NASA used, which was to take models at the back of space props. Now we're going to see a slightly different technique they use. Models docked to other models in this now infamous clip that I highlighted years ago, showing the shuttle docked to the very thing it supposedly built, the space station. Of course, we've already exposed all this tosh anyway, but they make it even worse by providing this footage, which was filmed by an Italian, supposedly, departing the space station in a Russian Soyuz rocket. So we've got America and NASA, and of course Russia and an Italian, all mixed up in this silly model fest pantomime. But look, zooming in on the obvious model, docked, glued, or screwed to another model. Remember, this is supposed to be a space station doing ludicrous speeds around a scientifically impossible ball. We've just zoomed in. It's a model screwed or docked or glued to a space station model. Clearly ridiculous. Rather obvious. So we've had a model coming out the back of a space prop. Then we've had a model stuck or screwed to another space model. What's next? We got Sandy, top right, gone way overboard with the hairspray. We got Matey Boy, bottom left, who gets caught out spinning on his harness by his pal Doug, who gets very touchy, feely, and has to pull an invisible cable to take the sting out of his pal's somersault. If his pal was really in a weightless environment and what they were saying was true, to take the sting out of his pal's somersault, he would have grabbed his physical body, if that was the case. He doesn't. He grabs an obvious invisible cable which has been sort of phased out with special effects, thus exposing this for the silly charade that it is. Like I say, a hairspray fetish blended with a harness failure. Obvious space pantomime. So let's have a look.
I'm telling you, I've done a lot of these interviews, well, a few of them from space. The technology now is amazing. The picture, guys, you look like you're in a studio, maybe in Omaha, Nebraska or something.
Instant reactions, no delay whatsoever, and of course, get ready for the looks of guilt, which are already rising on their faces.
The shot is so clear. Is this a hoax? Are you really...
Look at the looks of guilt. Sandy gone red instantly.
In space still?
See the hair?
No.
I don't know. We're going to have to do something for you.
And Matey Boy's grabbing his harness there, taking the sting out of him. So we had no delay. Obvious looks of guilt. Sandy's face went red. She's gone overboard on the hairspray. Matey Boy's tugging an invisible thing here, which of course is his harness, taking the sting out. If this setup was real, he would have used his body to take the sting out of his somersault, rather than some cable, which has been phased out by special effects. Again, this is now an infamous clip.
Oh, yeah, I can do that. Watch this. Can everybody float around for us? That was really cool, Chris. Look at her. Look at her.
I think Sandy's hair is pretty much a dead giveaway.
You couldn't have said it better yourself. I couldn't have said it better myself, me old mate. Sandy's hair is a dead giveaway. Your harness failure was a dead giveaway. Doug's wandering hand was a dead giveaway to take the sting out of your somersault. The models docked or glued to other models was a dead giveaway. And of course, space props having models lifted out the back of them was another dead giveaway. Not forgetting the fact the globe's scientifically impossible in the first place. But of course, tosh like this, like I've highlighted, actually fools naive individuals. And they even cite it, some of them, as actual proof. Oh dear.